Hey, yo, check it out, St. Louis. What it do? It's Dip. Right now, you check into ULSTN Media.
Bullshit, what the city showed me, so I'ma do my thing. Bitch, I'm Lou Trap Jig, and I was born and raised in the born and only St. Louis. 314 from the get-go. 314 from the get-go. 314 from the get-go. Straight from St. Louis. 314 from the get-go. 314 from the get-go.
All right, this is ULSTN Media Build Series platform specifically for independent artists and creators. I got a very, very special guest in the studio with me today. I mean, has been a major influence on St. Louis music, hip hop culture. I mean, he's a living legend. Man, no other than Young Dip, man.
Man, appreciate that, man. That's the intro for him, man. Yeah, bro. Come on now. Speak some life into me, my boy.
Yeah. Mr. 314 Day itself, man.
My guy, I appreciate that. Love.
No problem, man. Like, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm good, bro. We know how we get down. The St. Louis is gonna St. Louis, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and it's a lot going on. Through social media and stuff. But, at the end of the day, I hope y'all remember who I am as, the guy that y'all listen to on the radio or came on and kicked it with. Ain't nothing ever changed. So y'all know my heart. Y'all know why I created this. It's one of those. So, it's one of those, like, I'm happy about, where we are as 20 years, but at the same time, it's like, hey, y'all, let's not play, in our own face. Like, this for us. I could have did Young Dip Day. This for the crib, right? So, why we playing in our own face? This for us. Yeah. You feel me? So, it's cool, though, you know.
Man, I mean, we can't afford to forget you, man. You done too much of an influence, been paved too many ways for us, man, and, man, like, I'm so glad that we was able to get you in and talk about the legendary things that you've been doing, man. But since you're a first-time guest on the platform, the one thing that I like to do with all first-time guests is I kind of like to go back to their origin stories and then I kind of bring it up to the present
where we
day.
at now.
So my first question to you would be, how would you describe your childhood?
For those who know, like, my childhood was weird, bro. I was a foster kid. My mom did, she from, we from the crib, bro. So she did a little bit of time. So I spent, my early childhood in a foster home on the north side of St. Louis, right? My family's from the west side. So I was able to experience, the north side of St. Louis, Walnut Park, west side, all that. But it was kind of rough, like, been on my own, since I was 12, 13 type stuff. And not taking shots at Big Sugar B. That's my mama, y'all. I love her to death. Like, she's so dope. I can't wait for y'all to, I'm bringing her more into the picture. Sugar B Cole. Sugar B, if y'all love me, y'all love Sugar B. But it was kind of rough growing up. The foster home experience was kind of rough, but I one thing I understand and I learned was, through them times, bro, like, I got a chance to be a fly on the wall, sponge, and I learned my purpose, right? Like, one thing I said about my foster mother, she kept us in church, right? And I remember one day, like, the pastor was like, he never put you through too much you can't handle. So he used to always ask a question like, why I'm in a foster home, why I'm this, and, it's 4 or 5 years old. I'm trying to figure out, other people live a different type of life, right? Yeah. And I remember the day everything hit. I remember the day when I knew I was supposed to do something special. Like, and I don't talk about it as much because how just people is. It's like, bro, like, that sound weird or whatever. But when I say I got a vision from start to finish, I promise you, that's why it's 3-4 Day run smooth. It's not all me. You know what I'm saying? I prayed on this. You feel me? And this is what was handed to me. So throughout my foster childhood or whatever, like, I was being bred and prepared or for my purpose, So it was kind of rough. I end up, from, one weekend I'm being bullied to the next weekend I'm the most popular kid in school. When I, like, my grandma was on it. Like, I'm wearing Rolexes to school at 7th grade. You feel me? Not only what a Rolex is. You feel me? So, like, everything changed. I just remember, like, dang, man, y'all gonna treat me different just because of the type of clothes I have on? Yeah. So it was one of those, like, I learned so many lessons early on as far as, like, how life can perceive or whatever. Like, it's like, hey, damn. damn, cuz like, all right, well, cool. That's how y'all feel. That's why I was excellent at marketing the, young Dip, right?
Yeah.
Like, because I'm like, okay, I get it, but at the same time, I'm gonna remain me. I'm gonna stay, humble. I'm gonna do, what I need to do. I'm gonna be a stand-up guy. I'm gonna be a dad. I'm gonna do everything I'm supposed to do. But that I think, my childhood really molded where I came from. I was on Peck. You know what I'm saying? On the north side, Peck and Quarter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Peck and Pleasant. It wasn't, it was like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's real trenches, bro. Like, and so, I was built from the city. Like, so.
So, like, at 5 or 6, that's when you got into the foster home?
No. I was back and forth from the foster home from 1 to 2. And I didn't get out the foster home to around like 11 or 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, like, during that time, you knew, like, they explained to you, like, I'm your foster parent?
Yeah, I knew. I knew. It was 6 of us. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters. It was 6 of us in the foster home. A 1-bedroom, house on the north side. It was 6 of us. And I knew what was going on. It was just one of those things. I didn't understand it as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of things started coming more, clear. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, it's just, faith, praying. Like, hey, what's my purpose? Why am I here? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you start catching, like little things. Like, oh, that's what you mean. God never give you too much you can't handle. Like, with everything that's going on, like that's what's going in my head. Like, bro, you built for this. Like, you went through a certain journey for a reason. Yeah. So I let it, I let it rock. You feel me? Like, everybody know who I am and what I'm about. Like, I ain't never gave nobody in St. Louis a reason to doubt me. You feel me? I'm saying? Like, I tried my best as a man, as a person, or, when it comes to principles and morals, to keep it solid. Yeah. Like, my whole career. Like, I don't got no headlines and no weird shit out. I'm not bad. Can I curse? Yeah. Okay, I ain't got no weird shit out there that's like, whatever. Like, it's just been genuine the whole ride. You feel me? So,
yeah. I mean, like, so what were some of your musical influences growing up?
Oh, it's gonna start from Nelly out the gate. Like, you got, like, so I remember, like, when I finally got an opportunity to, boy, you getting some exclusives. When I got an opportunity, when my family, came back together and whole again, me, my sister, and my mom. And I remember, like, when you in the hood, the boy gonna get the basement, right? Yeah. You gonna love it. You in your own time, and, this the box days. And I remember I was looking at the box. I always kept it on there. And, it showed a lineup, and it was like, I seen the arch in the background. And I'm like, bro, what? This is when we not used to seeing St. Louis on TV. And
when you say the box, just so we clear,
58, bro. If you had cable, it's 58, bro. If you know, you know. Channel 58.
I just want to make sure the audience understand.
For you young, look, the box was the music platform to where you can dial in and pick the songs that you want to hear or play. And that country grammar, like, we took off on it, right? It was always up next, right? And I remember the first time I seen it, Mo came on that mud, man. He tapped the TV screen like boom, 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 boom. Hot shit. We going. Then you can see St. Louis explode. I was like, what the fuck? What is this? Yeah. Like, I'm like, oh, for real? Like, we can be highlighted like this. We never really seen that much of St. Louis. Man. All we knew was like Cedric the Entertainers, Red Fox, Jackie Joyner the Kerseys. Like, it was that, but we never got to see the arch and the crib in different places. He on Labadee. I know these places down the street from Beaumont. Yeah. I'm with Beaumont.
In present day.
Yeah, exactly. So it was big, bro, and it inspired me so much. And even beforehand, I already knew who Mo was. Like, I remember them doing their press tours, and I was managing the Palace at the time, and he was there, and I was like, they like, hey, you gonna be the next guy? I was like, okay, that's what's up. We met or whatever. And then it's always been like 2 weeks later, these people become the biggest people ever. And so I knew kind of who he was, but I didn't know how the Ticks was gonna take off. Like, I knew who they was at the crib. We never seen nobody do what they did. But the main thing is, I remember that, like, I'm like, dang, cuz the feeling. Do you remember the feeling back then?
Man, like, To be alive at that particular time, man, it was one of those. It was like a surreal moment because it was like everybody in St. Louis felt like we was
Everybody,
getting the type
they
of
all supported this.
Yeah.
They all supported the Ticks. That's like you had Silk Smooth before them. You had other artists, like Toya and them was bubbling around at the time. But for some reason,
It's
the
still hard
Ticks,
to just explain
the
because
Ticks,
you had to be there.
Yeah, man. Like it was a different story, man, and it inspired me. You feel me? Like I remember that feeling, and then like me getting into entertainment and radio and everything. I seen us do this, and then I seen us plateau, right? And I'm like, damn, what happened? And I was like, well, when they was doing all that, like civic pride is everything in the city. Like we can project what the city does by positivity and what we do with it, right? Like Monem, like when they was doing what they was doing, we seen Super Bowl wins.
Yeah.
We seen, what I'm saying, the Cardinals win.
Yeah.
Like we seen the Blues win. We seen the city come together. It was so much love and support. Like whatever that was in the atmosphere would spread off, and we would thrive as a city. Yeah. Now we get more artists out of here. Like when it comes to business and corporate America, we might go get more deals. Yeah. When it comes to actors, we're gonna get more actors, athletes. They like, well, they got a spotlight or whatever. Okay, let's see what's going on in St. Louis. Yeah. Where people get picked up, and I was like, okay, well, cool. So my thing was like, how do we recreate that moment? You know what I'm saying? That feeling. Yeah. Like these kids don't know what that is. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what it felt like for the whole entire community to be on one accord, except for now for 314 Day.
And then the whole world talking about where you from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Everybody was talking about St. Louis and Nelly, and anytime you stepped outside of the city, if you was from the crib, people would be like, Nelly?
Yeah, exactly. They automatically felt that, like, hey, you from there, you got to know, dude. And we do. We all, like St. Louis, we're a big, small city, right? Like, we think we bigger than Texas, but it's small. We all know each other. Yeah. Like, I guarantee everybody in this room, I can, like, hey, somebody, and they going to be like, yeah, and you another person, you feel me? Like, but I think that's what makes us unique also. I think, the thing that we're battling with is like understanding the unity part. We're not big enough to we are like, we can do things separate, but the unity part of things, we would change the culture. That's why we see, Memphis, Detroit, Atlanta, like, they thrive because you see them no matter what's going on. They all come together when it comes to the city, right? And at the end of the day, I love all them cities, man. I help start their days, but like St. Louis is special. We different. When we do it, magic happens every single time.
When you said even when you were a kid, you was thinking about, okay,
what's my purpose? I was asking
what's
why.
my purpose? What I was gonna do. Did you see yourself being on the radio?
No, bro. Like I wanted to do, I wanted to be like 106 in Park and stuff. I wanted to do TV and movie. I wanted to be a movie star. You know what I'm saying? Radio came about me pursuing that, journey, and it just happened to be good at it. You feel me? Yeah. Like I never. When people like, damn, how you become young? I don't know. Like, I was just being me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't ask for this, I was just grinding, working hard. Shout out to Knicks. Shout out to Rick Warren. Shout out to everybody that understood the talent. But that wasn't, radio was never, I wasn't looking for that. I wanted to do TV and movies and things like that. And me just being obedient, like, all right, big homie, you told me, okay, you give me this opportunity, I'll take it. Let's see where it goes. I don't know where it's going, but I'm gonna trust you. So that's where that started at. Like, radio was never like a passion of mine like that. Like I was just a fan of Shorty and Jay Nix. You know what I'm saying? Like I would mock them in the car. You know what I'm saying? That's when people like, hey bro, you got it. Like I was like, yeah, it's cool, but I like them. You feel me? Like I was a fan first before I became competition or whatever you want to call it. Like shout out to Shorty to the little boy.
Yeah, and so you just kind of fell into it.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
And like, how old were you when you were?
Man, I think the first go around was back in the day when we was doing the hottest high schools at the Ambassador. DJ Rick One then was doing that, and shout out to Rick One. They over at Foxy now. They just seen the influence and it was like, hey, you want to be part of this team? And I started doing that, and then everything took off from there. Like I was never, that wasn't never a focus. Like, and then like, but it started a career. I was like, okay, well, what this is? You feel me? Like, so shout out to my boy Eric Outlaw. Rest in peace, my boy.
What high school?
Beaumont.
Bo.
The best in the city. You see how I said that? Blue Jacks. I don't care if it's not there or nothing. I do not care that Beaumont not there. Stop playing with us.
Man,
they know what's up.
I went to Roosevelt. I graduated from Roosevelt, man.
Rough Riders.
Yeah. And pause. Man, like I remember because my grandmother, she stayed on the north side, man, and it was like right not too far from Beaumont, man, and like wearing that red uniform on the north side.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Them Beaumont cats.
Yeah.
Like where you what school you go? like on some straight game.
Yeah. And he was that guy. If you was one of them Beaumont back in the day, it was like, you know, depending on how cool you was, boy, you gonna have a real time.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the only time you was cool when they came across that park, but like other than that, boy, yeah. But it was still love. Beaumont was different though, bro. Like Beaumont is not what people think. And Bethshan, like I hate shouting them out because we rivals. But I love them to death. I got so many brothers that graduated from Beaumont, bro. But it's like, you know, the environment we were put in, you know what I'm saying? It was just one of those like, man, them schools was actually more than what people thought. Like it was love there. Them teachers at Bethshans and Beaumonts and Sodans and Sumners, man, them people cared. Yeah. When I was going to high school, like it was about, you know, hey, how can we push the youth and the culture forward? So like that's why you see the pride of those schools still to this day. Like they not gonna play no games when it comes to, you know, them inner city schools. They had to struggle. You know, Bethshan, if you was in the pit, like don't play with them Bethshan people. Yeah. Because like they went through something different, and they the ones that got the new Bethshan High School. So like, you know, the pride and the civic pride of the city and the school districts and stuff. That's why I did my school tours. Like it was important, and people need to see that. Like even though we from the city, we hood kids or whatever you want to. Man, we ain't dumb. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really from the trenches. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't dumb. It's just, you know, what we grew up at, but it's important for people like me and Jimmy McKinney's and Tony Irons and Dwayne Pokes and, you know, Tony Woolfolks, PT, shout out to my brother. Like all these guys that went to these city schools that's, you know what I'm saying, right now, like PT, goddamn, like he went to every school he went to. He changed the program. Like from St. Mary's, they went and did their thing. Now he had Live for Life doing this stuff. You got Jimmy and them over at Vashon. You got, you know, my boy Jason Boyd, he over at Sodan. He was a Beaumont standout. Like I love it when I see it. Will, you know what I'm saying? Will Franklin. Like these was bros and they came back and poured back into their schools. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like or the system of inner city kids. Yeah. And I think it's the dopest thing ever. Like,
it seemed like you've always like carried that same type of energy into radio and everything that you was doing, man. Like what was it like during that time where you first getting on the radio and you thinking to yourself, okay, you know, I got a purpose in life. How am I going to continue to, you know, push the culture forward? You know what I'm saying? So, like, what type of things were you doing it, especially, you know what I'm saying, for the St. Louis hip-hop scene?
One thing that I always tripped off of is, like, whatever you do in life, no matter how long ago it was, and we witness it now, right? Like, you know, we seen a lot of celebrities that they pass is killing legacy, right? Yeah. I was big on, like, you got to be player the whole way if you want to influence, right? Especially coming from the streets. I'm a street guy. So it's like, I know how I looked at it. We always had people that came and was like, hey, stay in school. This is in the third. You had corny people, and then you had some people that really spoke a message and touched your heart to make you go the right path, right? Yeah. So I was like, okay, as long as my whole life or whatever it is player, like whenever it comes down to like if I do make it, if I don't, like I'm still gonna help the people that's coming up under me, right? Like I get it all the time. Like every year I get some, hey, yo, you came to my school. I just graduated college. I just wanted to know I'm going to be a doctor. You said this to me, and this isn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it matters, right? And then it hurts them when you get out there and you do some stuff and you do some corny shit, or, you know what I'm saying? And they were like, damn, cuz I believed in you, and you did this corny stuff, and now they confused.
Yeah.
Like, I don't play with the youth or anybody that's under me because they the future. You feel me? So, like, I just was mindful about, like, what, you know, what comes with it, what's my responsibility, and how can I pour back, right? So I was just, you know, I was that. Like, I really didn't care about, like, the me being a popular person at the crib and none of that. That shit came. I don't know how that shit came, but, like, it just happened, right? My whole thing was inspiring the next generation like different people did for me.
What sparked the idea for 314 Day?
And then just me hustling and you know, put my blinders on and like, hey, I never forget this day though. I was working on you know, my list of events. This is when I was in my marketing days and, you know, all the hot parties and stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'm in March. I remember President's Day was a big day because, you know, Sundays you'll be off because of President's Day or whatever. So people come kick it, right? So I'm like, damn, how the hell they get their own day? I forgot who was the president at the time, but like I was just like, man, like I'm just joking. I'm in my head writing stuff down. I'm like, well, we can't have our own day. And I started looking at the numbers. I was like, damn, March 14th, that's 314. And I put it together, and I looked at it. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I started just jotting more stuff down. And then everything hit. I was like, oh, snaps. This mud can be worldwide. I knew what we see now was going to happen from day one. I don't come off cocky like that because some people like, oh, you ULSTN, whatever. But, like, when I promise you, bro, like, I knew exactly. That's why it runs so smoothly, right? Yeah. So, like, I knew exactly what it was, but I also knew that everybody's not on the same page. Just like right now, like, all the shit that's going on with the trademarks and all that, they don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. But next year, they be like, oh, my bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it now. But I knew exactly where it was going. I wanted to create something for the crib instead of just, I could have, at first it was going to be Young Dip Day. I'm traveling with Nelly. I'm seeing Luda weekends. I'm seeing So Def weekends. I'm like, oh, that's dope. Like, people do this out of town. Yeah. So I was going to do the same thing for the crib. And I was just like, nah, like, they know who I am. I'm on radio. I'm you know, I'm Dip. But I was like, what can I do for the crib to help push the, you know, the culture forward? I'm looking for, you know, what does my legacy look like? And it came about, and that's, you know, it took off like crazy. Like, but it took a minute though. It took, you know, and we still got a lot to go.
I think I was reading an article, and you talked about just how, like, New York and LA and these other cities, they would, you know, have a part in pushing, you know, culture forward. And you saw you could do that with St. Louis, with 314 Day. Was that some of the inspiration behind it too?
Yeah, like, you know, hip hop started in New York, right? Like, and you gotta look at like every it's different cities that add to the culture. You know, down south got what they add. You got, you know, East Coast, West Coast, all that. But the thing about St. Louis, and I was cocky about, was like, hey, y'all know we started a lot of shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, or still to this day, you know, we still influencing stuff so heavy now. Like, I mean, I was for, you know, introduce a ton of stuff. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at my head. I'm like, okay, what if I can get through on 4 days to the point to where I can re-spark the conversation? Can we get a World's Fair back at the crib? Yeah. What does that look like, though? You feel me? Like, what does that do for the community? You feel me? So, like, I always looked at it that way. Like, we always inspired and influenced, too. We just got looked over. You know what I'm saying? But that comes with layers of what St. Louis is. We got to worry about politics. We got to worry about the community. We got to worry about everything in between. And it's like, all right, how can we take those and bridge them and everybody get on the same page? Like, 314 Day, I don't care what you look like. We all celebrating. Yeah. And it used to be like that, though. Yeah. You feel me? So,
were you able to get a trademark?
No, it's trademarked in
314 Day?
Yeah. 314 Day has been trademarked even before the trademark days. Like, it's, you know, as far as ownership, it's like when we start off and we do business and we trying to figure out like how can we sustain and create longevity, what does that look like? And that's protecting the brand.
Yeah.
Now this is a brand that's not about me, it's for the crib. Everything we do, that's going back to the crib. How do I protect the city? I know it's gonna get big. You know what I'm saying? Like how do me and Tatum figure out like, yo, all right, y'all, this is traveling outside of St. Louis. What do we do to protect it, right?
Yeah.
Like, ain't the goal to do business the right way?
Yeah.
Like, with all this, everything that's going on, I'm like, yo, y'all, what happened to the congratulations? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an inner city kid. Like, and I did it right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never gave y'all a reason to look at me any different, right? Like, so what happened to the congratulations part of like, damn, bro, like, do them straight, you know, it's trademarked, it's that, they protecting it for us.
Yeah.
Like, what happened? Like, but I also get that it's a hot topic. It's 20 years, but it's like, if we keep doing the stuff that's like, all right, cool, I'm finna rage bait, clickbait, whatever that shit called, and just do, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, if I say some dumb shit, it's gonna catch a lot of attention. That's cool. I get social media. I'm an A&R, I manage artists. I get what that look like. But we can't play with the only thing that's, you know, that's really benefiting us, right?
Yeah.
Why we playing?
Yeah.
Why we playing in our own face? Forget my face. We playing in our own face at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, this for us. We win off this. So why we playing? Why are we tripping off a trademark? Period. Like, we did it right. You know, that goes right back to the community.
Were it some people criticizing you for trademarking it?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
What?
Right now, that's the whole thing in St. Louis.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's the whole thing because of the trademark, and they think like.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. I'm just trying to better understand. So people are criticizing you for trademarking 314 Day.
Yes.
That's a smart thing to do.
Yeah. But I think a lot of people don't understand or know that, like, when it comes to different business, like, yeah, our area code is 314. You can't trademark that. But when a person comes and creates something that was never done and it's new or whatever, and you own it, I think that's the thing that a lot of people having issues with. Like, they don't know I actually created something. Like, it's big as hell as a holiday. It feels like it's Christmas. Yeah. But I actually created it. It was never there, right? Yeah. So it's one of those, like, it'd be a flex for me, and then at the same time I'd be hurting when the crib be like, hey, cuz, like, you can't do this and the third. I'm like, bro, why not? Like, I actually created it.
Man,
like, it was never a thing, you know? So we have to, you know, it's weird.
If anything, people should be looking at what you did as a blueprint for what to do. Because I even heard Nelly talk about how he wish he had trademarked Delu. Because, like, you see that on everything now. And if he would have trademarked that and licensed that out, bruh.
Maybe he could have did more for the crib. Yeah. Maybe he could have signed a little bit more artists. Like, that's the mindset. Like, maybe he could have did even more than what he did for the crib, right?
Exactly. And like what you saying, that's what you do with intellectual property. You trademark it. You trademark it, you brand it, and you license it out. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do business. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? And so many of our people, black people, you know, we always have, you know, these stories of us being taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now, because of your forward thinking, you're able to trademark something that literally the whole city, probably the whole world is going to be crazy, rocking with, man.
It's like, it's literally to protect the crib. Like, if you know me, you know me. I'm transparent as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think transparency helps heals or help the next person, you know, not bump their head. Yeah. Like, if I'm a big homie and my little homie's like, dang, bro, my baby mama tripped this and third because I did this. Hey, bro, if you do that, bro, she gonna do this, she gonna do that, gonna put child support, whatever. Do it right? Like, it's lessons in, you know, in life that, you know, that we have to pay attention to. So it's one of those, like, cuz, like, I'm going to do it the right way regardless. Yeah. Like, I've never gave anybody a reason to think they're dip on some other type of time. You feel me? Like, and I don't even like speaking that way because I don't even like all this. Like, I come from the itty city, bro. My big homies told me to stay away from cameras. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, so the dip thing was new to me. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
but I understood. I understood purpose. I understood that I can, influence or whatever. Like when people in the city, but like if you're an artist or whatever, like man, it's a responsibility that comes with the name when you're a popular person or whatever, right? Like you can't just be out here on some weird stuff. Like man, inspire the next generation. Like you know what I'm saying? So I just moved different. I moved different. I'm different.
Man,
I'm a different guy.
what do you think about like companies? You know, making sure that they work with, cultural influences like yourself. You know what I mean? And them embracing more of them instead of, trying to backdoor them or do something like that.
I mean, that's going, and I don't deal with politics that much, but at the same time I do. Like that's the diversity thing, right? Like it's important because culture kind of push and runs a lot of stuff, right? Like and at the time, like it is what it is. Black culture is that. You feel me? So it's like, man, we gotta literally, like it's hard for a lot of us. Like I struggle as a foundation. You feel me? Like y'all would think that, we got everything in the world, but we don't. Like, me and T come out of pocket for this. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got it. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't got it. So it's like, bro, like, what do we do or what do we need to do to get what we need to keep this going without jeopardizing or compromising our morals and our ethics and things like that? You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna keep it solid. Like we ain't we ain't dancing, we ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever helped the city, that's what we on. You know what I'm saying? So it's rough though. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all be stressing me out, bro.
Man, Tef Poe, he said, I heard him speaking, man. He talked about 314 days.
My guy.
Like being one of them days where it's like little to almost like no violence.
It's not. It's not. Literally every year. Listen, bro. Every year we literally get with the city of St. Louis and pull everything. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all see us post, hey, we got another year no violence, we ain't talking out our ass. We gonna do. This is what the city's saying. And so it's like when I be seeing certain things, I'm like, bro, why we playing with that? All of us have lost somebody in this month. That shit hurt. That shit hurt. I don't give a fuck if a person an aunt or whatever. It's like, man, them people got families. That shit impact us and that shit hurts. So like, it's like if we got a day, man, that's like where nobody ain't looking at that type of time, man, why we playing with this? Yeah. Like, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Why we playing with it? People get killed on Christmas, Thanksgiving, and any other holiday that you support that you think is the biggest thing. But for 314 day, people like, hey, nah, we gonna respect, dude. Like that's it's player. Yeah. So why we playing with it? Yeah. Like we gotta be smart about what we doing and protect ourselves and quit playing in our own faces, bro.
I mean, like when I heard Tell speak, he put it in a way that on the hearts of a lot of people, just saying how it represents an opportunity, for a lot of people in the hip hop community. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's an opportunity for us to get out our music, our merch, and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody wins, bro. Everybody wins, bro. Everybody that's tripping on this trademark stuff. Y'all gotta understand, like, I ain't gonna speak on it. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to. I'm trying to get into, But come on, y'all. Come on.
It only makes sense, man, because I think the city just now recognizing 314 day. What 20
years? It's 20 years.
I mean, but it was I think it became official, 2022 or something like that?
Bro, it's benefits. That's when I came back home and launched the next phase for y'all. Okay. So since 06, bro, like we've been pushing the envelope. That's why it's like, bro, a lot of this stuff always been out there. But y'all know how, we are as a city. It's like we go and research what we want or whatever. That's why everybody just think 314 Day was a party. This is a whole foundation and been a foundation. Yeah. Everything from day one is still happening now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my grandfather used to take me as a kid when I was he used to come with me every weekend. And I remember we used to be at the table putting change in different bags. He'd be like 15, 20 bags. And I'm like, man, what is this? and then like we'll package it up. We might make some sandwiches, or we might go get a crave case or whatever. And this man will go and take me and feed the unhoused. Like I'm like, Papa, like, why you do? Oh well, I went to school with them. They fell on hard time or whatever the fact.
Yeah.
And so like literally, that's where my Feed the Unhoused initiative come from. Like it's things that I experienced in life that I'm like, oh snaps, that was player. Like and you take those things that's like that, and you if you get an opportunity to get a platform or whatever, you pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you start carrying legacies and things like that. Like I don't talk about my papa that much because like I think he was the best man that ever lived. You feel me? Because he was him. You feel me? All this player stuff and how I move came from dude and my dad. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those, like, the community stuff gets overlooked over all the parties. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, y'all know this. We do a lot of stuff for the community, and it don't get highlighted. They just think it's about concerts and parties.
Is it true every 314 day you give to the homeless?
Yes. From day one. I don't care if it wasn't doing what it was doing, bro. I don't care if I had to go get 10 McDoubles from McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? That's all it takes. What if everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody eats that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's something that it was instilled in me. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. We went from, I went from crave cases to, 3 locations in different, homeless locations. And we feed them lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Hunts Foundation. That's my baby sister. But, like, it's, I don't care about that stuff, though.
Man, like, 314 days continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger each and every year. Got a lot of companies and people taking advantage, you know what I'm saying, marketing, selling all kind of merch, and businesses making all kind of money. And it's, going more into the mainstream. Do you ever fear that some of these bigger companies will try to erase you from 314 Day?
Like, that can happen early on, but no, we strategically made sure that didn't happen. And that's in the trademarking, right?
Yeah.
It's like you have different things we've seen throughout, our time, like the famous Amos, the, locally slutty vegans and things like that they didn't build things, and, corporate America and kind of came in and took it over and ran with it. Like, that's one thing I didn't want to do. Like, and I said a lot, like, I don't want to get back Black Lives Mattered or, famous Amos. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, they do, or even Uncle Nearest. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, how do we protect the legacy? You feel me? So, like, it bothers me, but at the same time, I'm from St. Louis too. I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to do what we need to do. Like, simple as that.
What do you think of some of the celebrations? Like, they got the Big Boy Challenge.
Love it. Love it. I did the one last year. I didn't get to make this one because it was the same day around the prayer march at the Arch. But True Wag was a guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen, and this is the behind the scenes stuff nobody knows. He might not even know this. I think he do. But when I see certain people that I'm like, oh, they need a platform, they doing something right. Like, I remember he did the True Wag did the words you can't pronounce, and I remember I was like, hey, we need him. Like, let's give him, and he did it for 314 Day, and then that's all that needs to happen. And St. Louis people are brilliant. He gonna take it and run with it, and look at it now. Yeah, that is what True Wag them do, bro. That brings, like, you ain't got no choice but to smile when you see it. You feel me? Like, it's like, and True Wag, one of them guys, man, he one of them guys is just like, dang, like, dude really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just genuine. He organic. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, like, whatever he do, I'm behind him, and he needs to win. Because he's a good look for us. You feel me? So,
that's
solid. Shout out to the whole squad over there. Correct.
Man, you talk about unity a lot. And some of our, artists, hip hop artists, like, Jizzle Bucks.
Talk to him today.
30 Deep.
Yeah. They're my guys. These my little brothers. You hear me?
Man, they had, an issue, but then they cleared it up, and it looked like they was unifying, and then, that situation
listen,
happened.
listen, boy, I had a plan. Listen. Them boys, man, like him, have 30 deep. Just everybody, like, bro, like that. What was it, 2022, 2023? Like, them guys understood that what was going on and what was finna happen before everything happened, man. But it's still, we good. We good. Like, you know, them boys, they still, you know, they own it. And they minds and where they, you know, going now is even more. Like, I talk to, you know, I try my best to keep up with all of them because that's the future. Like, they, you know, they had an influence or whatever. It might have not been for the right thing, but let them grow. They'll figure it out. Like, dang, you know what I'm saying? You got to change up eventually. We always street guys at one moment if you in the trenches. We not, you know what I'm saying? We not play them, but let them figure it out, bro. They got too much influence and they good guys. You know what I'm saying? So, no, shout out to them guys for him.
Man, I heard something. I don't know if it's true. I'm gonna ask you. Did you?
Shit.
Did you squash the beef between Nelly and Huey?
Yep.
Man,
Yeah.
how did you
And a
do
couple
that,
more.
man?
Huey. So, remember I was saying about that foster home stuff and moving my family. You know, when you come out the foster home and then you come back and reunite with your family.
Yeah.
So, Huey was one of the first people I met. We were about
Okay.
10, 11. It's Huey and a guy named Ray. We on the, you know, Walnut Park. And Huey taught me how to flip on springs. You know, if you know, you know. Like, we flip on mattresses, right? So, I had the best summer of my life. Didn't know who he was. Didn't know he was family. He was really my cousin. On you know how it go. And so we grew up together, whatnot. And then like so, it was one of those like I helped break the record. Me and Cristal, everything took off. That's family. I had my little situation with Mo. He took me on the road with him. He showed me how to, you know what I'm saying. And when all that happened, it was I'm like, oh snaps, y'all. You know, I'm thinking about 314. I'm like, bro, y'all can't beef.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying. So. It happened. It did what it did, and then it was one of those like as I'm getting more and more into 314 day and trying to get everybody unified. It just so happened we was all at Club Society. Mo was there. Hugh was there. Huey, I've been already drilling him. I've been drilling Mo, and I just caught them together. I'm like, hey y'all know y'all gotta you know what I'm saying. And I really ambushed Mo. And he don't like this. I ain't gonna lie to you. And that's why the picture he's was like, all right, bro.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? But we was able to see a photo of all of them together, right?
Yeah.
Huey, Chingy, Nelly, Quan, all of them. That's all that mattered. I'm like, bro, we gonna fuck up the glory years. Like, we got to get together. So, no, that day was big though. That day was big though. I remember. That's why I was like, man, we back. Like that. The picture is them shaking hands, and I'm like, man, it's up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it happened that day on the stage.
Man, like,
how you know that?
I know stuff.
You got it. He doing his homework.
Yeah, man. But
Rest
you,
easy to my cousin, man. Rest easy, Huey, man.
Man, R.I.P. to Huey.
Lauren, I
man.
love you, baby.
Man, like you. I mean, you just keep doing all of these monumental things for the crib, man. And it's true to your character and how you've been moving the whole. You really leading by example. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that part.
And you know, a lot of people can't say that, man. Yeah. You got the 314 Day Foundation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know you probably wouldn't suggest this, but I'm gonna just throw it out there to see what you think, man. Like, cause it's a nonprofit, right?
Yes, sir.
314
501c3.
I don't know. Maybe we could start some sort of trend where people from the city donate $3.14 to the foundation on 314 Day. What do you think about that?
So that is one, but I'm having problems with people that's making, you know, good money for their companies just to do the trademark fee. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like $314 and $3.14, bro. Like, believe it or not, it seemed like it's it's far away, but it's like it's about the purpose. I don't care how much money you got. It's about if you want to do it or not.
Yeah.
Like I would love to do that. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
like I had like, and I could show you in books. So it's like, what if everybody really did? Like what if one of the challenges was like, okay, on 314 day, on 314, we all just tap back in and make sure the foundation is good, because everything y'all experience to come from the foundation.
Yeah.
Like it's not just about parties. Like bro, the initiatives that we have, like as far as trying to, the unhoused situation, we see where that's at.
Mm-hmm.
They barely have anywhere to go, but I've been fighting that fight for a long time too. Then you have this stuff that's going on with St. Louis public schools. I went to Beaumont, bro. I'm always gonna rock and try to, figure out what's going on with that. How can we help?
Yeah.
You got transitional housing that's needed for the kids, right? Like that's what I went through, right? What if I was 12 and 13 when I went through that, and I'm sleeping on all my partners' couches because I'm homeless? What if it was a facility that, at the time that I could, lay my head and focus and do my, like that stuff is needed. So everything I've been through, I'm like, hey, yo, we need something like this. And it's needed though, right? It's hard because, like, the first thing ever done for 314 Day was a concert at Society. So they think it's a party. It's more than a party. It's always been more than a party. I didn't know I went and got crave cases that day earlier and just went around to, everywhere, 10 City and all these people that I've been wanting to do stuff for and do what I do.
Yeah.
I don't care about cameras. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's been happening since day one. You feel me? So, it's just, St. Louis gonna St. Louis, bro. I love us to death, but we got some flaws that we got to work on.
I'm just saying, like, with everything that happened on the day, like, we got so many people, they running out to get them some rice, they running to get them a best soda, you know what I mean, all this other stuff. Like, you could make sure that you run out and make sure you donate to the foundation is all that I'm saying.
I'm always one of them guys, like, I had an OG who was like, when you do this, it's like what, 4 fingers or 3 fingers pointing back at you.
Yeah.
So before I attack any situations, I'm gonna look at like, okay, did we do anything wrong? Did we put this out there the wrong way or whatever, right? So I'm adamant about that, but like it's one of those at this point, it's like, hey man, it's just us. Like we playing. Like but it comes down to like, man, we so used to seeing different people do things at the crib and they fuck over or mess up over the, whatever it is that they doing, or they scan or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So are we comfortable? You know what I'm saying? Like look at me. I'm a street guy. I'm a corporate America. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm in corporate, but still, perceptions is everything too. I ain't changing though, because y'all need to know that foster kid from the hood can do something like this. Yeah, that's why I don't change my voice when I walk in rooms. I ain't changing my wardrobe. None of that. Like I'm educated too. Yeah. This is me. This is my culture, right? Yeah. And I be just trying to, I stand on business with that. That should take longer, but it'll eventually work. It took 20 years, but it's working, right? You know what I'm saying? So, that's what it is.
Man, like, that's why I just, felt like it's so important, because we talk about, black businesses and black culture and all of that type of stuff, man, and us creating things and not getting the financial rewards that we should. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's...
I don't be caring, bro. I was homeless, bro.
That's why I made sure I said it.
Yeah,
you know
man,
what I'm saying?
Listen,
so you didn't have to say
bro,
it.
When you have a lifestyle to where it's like, all right, it's 6 of us in a 1-bedroom house on the north side. We wear Invets clothes, Goodwill clothes. I never had, you know what I'm saying? When you bullied every day, the whole 9, bro, and it's hard, bro, because your bully stay next door, cause like, so I gotta run the whole route to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like it's street stuff. Like, and to come from that to now, it's like, man, I could never, be like arrogant or whatever. If it, like, I don't require much. Like, I already reached the lowest. So why would I trip when I'm struggling or scrambling? Like, you know what I'm saying? Purpose matters more than me than all the other stuff. Like, flat out, because I got kids now. There's legacy involved now, right? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what am I going to leave behind for the babies? Yeah. So I don't care about where I'm at. I don't care about that, I'm not where y'all thought I used to be, or, I ain't driving no tanks up to this mud. Bro got a tank. Bro got a Bro got a bat, man. He got
I saw it.
You see it? Bro, no, man. Smoke screen, all kind of weird. But I'm Batman, though. I told
it's
you.
actually the one that I want, but yeah.
Everybody didn't even know about that. Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying? I don't, like that's fine and dandy. We all want to live a good life, but like, I understand my purpose, bro, and I'm cool with where I'm at. I don't care about all the extra glitz and glamour, bro. I never wanted to be in front of the spotlight. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, but big homie gave me a vision. I'm just being obedient. Simple as that.
Yeah.
So I don't care what y'all saying with this trademark stuff. Y'all know I don't care, man.
Yeah.
I love y'all to death, but I don't care.
Yeah, man.
Y'all just figure it out. Like,
they'll figure it out, man.
Yeah.
But man, I just wanted to say, you know, man, I really appreciate you and just everything that you've done. You know what I'm saying, for the city, man. You really created a lane for generations to come, man. You know, so many people are going to be able to benefit, you know, not only today, but like, you know, we 20 years
forever,
deep
bro.
right now,
Man.
but
I need another
next
20 and another 20
next
and
50
another
to
20.
100, you
Yes,
know,
bro.
they going to be able to eat, you know what I'm saying, off of what something that, you know, you did and you hustled and you put so much blood and sweat and tears for. So I just want to say thank you. You know what I'm saying?
My boy.
Appreciate you, bro. And, you know, before we sign off, man, is it anything else that you wanted to say or get to the people before we sign off, bro?
Let's not use our last resort first, right? Like, you know, when good things and different things that we have going on, man, we kind of low key kill it ourselves, right? Like, so if this a thing that the city benefit from and all that, let's think before we just do and post like all that. Like, we can play around with everything else. We ain't serious. St. Louis is that, bro. Like, when they be saying St. Louis ain't real or it's a bitch Gotham City, like, it really is. Like, and I think I'm Batman. Like, especially riding in the like, dude got smoke screens and everything. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do a video. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bro, like, come on, y'all. Like, what we doing? Like, we are literally planting our own face, because I promise y'all, everything through and for that foundation do goes right back to the crib, bro. And we've shown it for 20 years. What's the fucking problem? You feel me? Like, what's the problem? Dip ain't never gave you a reason to, you know, think, you know, anything else nor Tatum. You know what I'm saying? Like, I sacrificed a lot. Like, I sacrificed a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, she knows this, the first shirt that I ever wore on 314 day, like, she did. Like, she's been with me from day one. And she's done some things for me that, you know what I'm saying? Like, just on some, like, she know it. Like, bro, I've sacrificed a ton. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, bro, let's just do right by it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't messing over it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a scramble. I'm a go paycheck to paycheck, like all of us. Life and niggas, like, but I would never in my life, bro, misuse something that helps the community. Like, you got to be a different type of person to steal from a foundation game, and they ain't in my character. You feel me? Like, so.
Definitely not, man.
But I love y'all, though. I promise you. But y'all get on my goddamn nerves sometimes. But I love this city to death. Yeah. Yeah, especially the winter.
It's a lot, man.
It's a lot.
But anyways, before we sign off, just let them know where they can contact you, reach you, do whatever you.
Yeah, I know where I'm at, man. Just Dip 314 on Instagram, Young Dip, I guess everywhere else. I'm an open book. When you people that, you know, y'all feel like y'all want to say something, but man, hit me up first. Like, we can talk. Like, it's cool. Like, 9 out of 10 when you do it, I promise you I'm gonna drop my number in your box. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just hit me up. Shout out to my family. This year I'm doing something different. Y'all gonna see me. Everybody y'all see with me gonna be family and friends. My baby coming in town, so I'm just trying to enjoy myself this year, bro. I'm not worried about, you know, all the political shit that come with this. I'm worried about, you know, where we at now. It's 20 years. We can't. It ain't too many, you know, that's out there that can claim that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's a lot of work come behind it.
All right, man. Young Dip.
Boy, you got
a
you
pleasure.
exclusive. You got with everybody, man. Don, bruh. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, bro, and we out.